Welcome to a very special episode of Let's Get Real. Today it's a great honor for me because I'm joined by someone I deeply respect and have revered for many years. Kyabje Dilgo Khyentse Yangsi Rinpoche. Welcome to the show, Rinpoche.
Thank you so much.
It's a great privilege for me to have Kyabje Rinpoche here sitting with us. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. My hope is through this conversation, we would like to explore Rinpoche's life, Rinpoche's wisdom, and the timeless teachings of the Dharma in a way that can inspire and resonate with people like us. So thank you so much. I would like to start by asking Rinpoche if you could share your journey so far, your Rinpoche's earliest childhood memories till now.
So, first of all, Pamela, I want to thank you deeply from my heart. I received information from my friend Sonam that you wanted me to come to do this interview podcast with you. I'm very happy. Okay, yes, getting back to the main point. Early life of my memory would be, so to speak, if I make it short, not too long, is that one thing that I must say that repeats throughout is I always got in deep understanding that, everything is in your hands. For me, at the age of 2.5, being recognized as the incarnation of Kyabje Dilgo Khyentse, I did not feel a sense of responsibility or whatever, expectation. I just felt life is now different. What I used to remember, my father, my mother, my wonderful sister, my brother, and my caretakers, my friends, all are disappearing. And now I'm in a ginormous monastery with unknown faces. And then under the guidance of Sheshan Ramja Rinpoche. And then very strict Tibetan Buddhist rigorous training. And of course, with the kindness, guidance of my English teacher, Sally Devoxin, she taught me English. My two childhood friends, Tochatruko, Dashchimi with me. And my life kind of began with that.
Yes.
As you know very well, I spent half of my life in Bhutan, in Sansam. That is why I can still tell the parups, the Nachi parup chacha, kamo sewa chinse. So I joke with them and I say, I remember Paro from being a very cute, homey, town. You feel like it was like in America, we have the Wild Wild West cowboy town. Now it's completely modernized. And I remember those days, you used to take at least 2.5 hours to reach from Paro to Thimphu. And now it's like, if you go very fast, 45 minutes and maybe 1 hour. And we have traffic jams in Thimphu, so to speak.
Yes.
So I saw so much changes just in Bhutan itself. Not including other countries that I have visited. Now, if I may say something very crucial, throughout my journey of my life, I will point out three important things. That are, I am very lucky. I have met some great enlightened being teachers, yogis, babas, sadhus, so genuine, so lovely, such a jewel of a human being. Some of them are Tibetan, some of them are Bhutanese, some of them are Sikkimese, some of them are Nepali, Indian, some of them are Westerners, some of them are Iranians also, some of them are female also, and male also. At the end of the day, they gave something to me that is so priceless and precious, and I will never forget their kindness.
Yes.
Then secondly, throughout my journey, I met many people, I encountered many people, and I come across many people. But the people who, if I may say so, come from a very, poor background, so to speak. That is the truth, They have nothing. They really have nothing. They have hardly anything to feed their own self or family. But my goodness, it still give me the goosebump and the tear in my eye. The innocence in their heart and genuineness when they come to see you, they give everything what they have to you. And they say only one thing: please just pray for my family and me, and may you live long and may you be happy. I could not believe what I'm hearing. That you have nothing, you're giving me everything. This kind of people who I encountered, Bhutan, Nepal, India, or in the West, I will never forget them. I still remember them. I still visit them. And my loyalty, and as we say in Dzongkha, Tamtsik, I will never let them down. That is the one sole reason I'm coming back to Bhutan. Last minute, I made decision. I came from Nepal to Bhutan is to meet my good friends, my heartfelt, I will never let them go. And I know they will never let me down also. These people, these are friends who I can call my friends, my people, gave me the drive of encouragement, inspiration to go on in my life, to do what I need to do and be completely myself. And lastly, I must always say, in Bhutan, to the connection I have from my predecessor, Kyabje Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, and his connection to Jayum Chemo Kezan children, and Aji Pembem, Aji Kezan, Aji Bebe Kezan, Aji Savitri, all the Kukor, and Ruje Shiba, the Rujangapa, and Rujangapa Gimayum, Yumtsiri Yandru, all these connections I have with the royal family in Bhutan. Since I was a young child till now as an adult, 33, 34 years old man, my loyalty with them has never been broken. And I have always kept a wonderful, heart-touching connection with them, as always. And I always like to say one thing. I am a Dharma practitioner. I am doing my best to be the best version of a human being. And most importantly, I am a law-abiding citizen.
Yes.
That is what I would like to say to answer your question.
Thank you, La. Thank you so much, La Rinpoche. How was it for Kyabje Rinpoche to be, taken in the monastery, like your childhood, La?
Yes. So, I must always say, I am very proud as a childhood. When I look at kids nowadays and I look at myself, I confess, I always joke with my mother and she loves it. I say, Mother, thanks to you, I'm the most cutest child ever. So, it was a joke, of course. And then, one thing I feel very proud is, Napema, you also know from your time, is that when we were young kids and when you were young kids, we got a chance to play with nature. No?
Yes.
Mud and insect and dogs and cats and go in the forest and play with flowers and chase up the dragonflies. That is called the beauty of childhood with nature. Yes. That's why we call Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And since I had that chance, I must say I'm very proud. I wasn't stuck on a screen or a laptop or Game Boy. I never had interest.
Yes.
And of course, the perks of being a child was there, but the sadness also in my life was, I noticed in my life as a child growing up, I only saw one thing in the monastery. Monastery always talked about the Dharma, the purity and the teaching, but what I witnessed was power, money, politics, and all about, taking advantage of people, lying, cheating, being cunning, and shamot kamshe, shamokam dami, and all that.
Yes.
This really broke my heart because of the Buddha, Guru Rinpoche, Vajrayogini, Mahasiddha of India, the great masters in Bhutan or Tibet, never did that, never said that. They not just far away, but in our own generation of time, the great masters who have roamed around Bhutan, roamed around India, Sikkim, Nepal, Tibet, or Sri Lanka, wherever, they were just like us. They were just like humans. They loved being with us. They enjoyed with us. They had a wonderful life, but they gave teachings and practice. They were, as the Americans say, practice what you preach. They were the living example of that. And you can, most importantly, you can approach them any moment. You can go see them at any moment. Their door was open and they can come to visit you. They stay with you. They were like a family. Unfortunately, what I saw in the monastery was hierarchy system. And I felt so disheartened because what I learned from my Kadin Shembo Abba, late father, the one thing he always shined to me was be humble, have humility, have integrity, and always be there for the people who really need you. Say, I remember when I was young, I don't get spend time with my parents much, but whenever I had, I remember sometime like, times at 12 or 1 a.m. in the midnight, my father will get up, call his driver, call his attendant and go doing puja, doing cremations, praying. And after my father passed away, I had the joy of my life when I met so many strangers saying how my father changed their life, how my father took care of their debts, how my father paid off their parents' medical bill, how he changed everyone, and how he was able to spread love, dharma, spirituality, wisdom, compassion, and equanimity. And the most importantly, he made sure everyone felt the fatherly love. And I felt to myself, if he was just good to me and not good to other people, that is not a valuable, that is not a definition of a good human being. But he was absolutely brilliant to everyone. When my father passed away, there was a time where and my financial situation was very tough, And so many people came to me saying, don't worry, we help you. They took out whatever they had, gave me money, bought me food rations. I was crying every day there. I couldn't thank these people's kindness to me. And I couldn't believe I still right now every day cry and I think about my father not because I miss him, it's because I can't believe my father was so kind to me, Even when he died long ago, now I'm at this point and he was always telling me, I won't be there for you when you grow up, but you will be just exactly like me. But remember one thing, do not mingle with dharma centers and monasteries. Stay on your own ground, follow your dharma path in quiet. And one more thing he said, I will send good people for you who will become your friends and take care of them. And my father was true. It is happening now, I must be honest to answer your question. I suffered unimaginably. But I'm not going to be an American teenager and cry and say, oh my God, I've suffered so much. I'm such an innocent victim. Everybody's bad. I'm not doing that, Kunchosun. I'm not backstabbing anyone. I tell myself every day, I have no enemies. I don't snitch on people. I don't backstab people. I don't betray people. You even kill me, I will not fight back. You betray me, I will not expose you. Even though I know the dirty secrets of all these people who have done so wrong to me, bad to me, they are Rimpoches, Lamas, Khenpos, and Tulkus, and whatever, some of the disciples of my predecessors and so forth, they did to me, unimaginable. You cannot imagine. But here I am, smiling, walking in Thimphu town, jogging with everybody, hugging everyone, talking to elderly ages and anges and young people and telling young couples, hey, fall in love, okay? Love is beautiful. I'm happy, I feel like I am the incarnation of Rumi, full of love. I'm dancing in my own way, And this is what I find like a practitioner should be, I'm not saying I'm brilliant, but I'm just saying I'm so grateful, very lucky. Every day I'm lucky, man. And I'm pinching myself saying, don't be overconfident, don't be overcomfortable, know your place, reflect yourself, improve, practice the Dharma. And you see, I'm one thing. I am just completely myself. Tari, people who are watching this, you see me here, you see me on the street, I'm the same person. We have a saying in Tibetan, be the same person inside and outside. That is the golden heart. So you see, I suffered like hell. There were times, in my life, I used to scratch myself and say, do I really deserve this? Like, am I really that bad? Am I really a monster? You can imagine, Pamela, I used to receive thousands of emails and WhatsApp messages and WeChat people telling me, you should go burn yourself. You should go swallow a broken glass. You're a monster. You're a devil. We will crucify you. Some people used to send me snippet photos of me cut in pieces, and then they're taking a hammer and hammering with nails. I mean, my mother used to look at me and say, my son, I know you. I know you. I know you. That's all what my mother said. I used to cry, because I don't cry for myself, but I felt so bad for my mother.
Yes.
She doesn't deserve this, And still to this day, I tell my mother, like, whatever it is, I know you're going to die one day, but I want to make you feel like I did not fail you. This is what I always tell my mother. And one thing I always tell myself, Kamchi, I suffered. I will never keep a grudge. The people who have done so bad to me, I've looked at their faces, some of them, and I said, look, I forgive you, I cannot forget. I'm a human being. I still have scars, like when I walk, sometimes my body shakes like this because I have scars in me and I'm not hiding it. Why should I hide? I want to be who I am, It's high time that we need to be who I am. People tell me and say, you're a young Lama, you're good for the young generation. You are absolutely wrong. I am an old soul and I'm just reviving the ancient tradition of how to be a genuine human being and how to be a genuine Dhamma practitioner. This is the ancient tradition. This is not the new age. And you see, Lamas and Rinpoches who have done so bad to me and wrong to me, forcefully accusing me of things I've never done. You see, the worst thing you can do to me is look at my face, knowing who I am, and say, you're a rapist, you're a sexual predator, and you are a beast. Come on, I used to shake in my own hands when I was told that.
Yes.
And when I walk around, when parents used to come from Jeka and when they brought their little children, I said, please push them away. That's the fear I get. Still to this day, I love children. I have a fatherly love to a child. I love to be around children. I am an innocent heart. But when people see me with young girls and boys, they immediately think I'm a rapist or a child predator or whatnot, It's not my fault, it's their fault. If your mind is, negative, please don't blame me, Reflect on yourself, kuche, But it's heartbreaking for me because at the end of the day, all this... Well, you see, something happened to me, I must say. Something kind of changed now, for quite a while. After I came back, I did a puja in Bali last year in December, and then I came back to Nepal. I had a knee operation in Nepal because my knee was damaged, and I'm still recovering. And after that, I don't know, some sort of a wavelength, I must say, was changing. So many unknown people, the public were showing me so much of love and acceptance. And the most touching thing happened in Nepal recently. I was struggling with my financial situation so much. I don't have a bank. I still use cash because I'm a very old-fashioned man. And whatever people offer me, I keep it. And I always give money to people when they need it, I can't keep money so much. I don't understand the financial situation so much. I'm very terrible in math also. So that's why I live in that kind of situation. I had a very tough time with my finance. And I always had this sadness in my heart, I was always forcefully told to believe. My tutor, people, when I was young, my tutor, and everybody used to tell me this, like, you're very stupid, you're useless. Your predecessor was like Manjushri and brilliant, but you're so stupid and useless and pathetic and disgraceful. So I believed it so much. So during that time in Nepal, having financial situation difficulty, I just cried so much. And then I told my good friend, he's my attendant also, I said, let's go to Baudha Kora as a walk. So we both went. I said, let's see what happens now. Let's just go. We don't know. When I went to Baudha Kora, in 1 hour time, almost 600 to 700 people from nowhere came around, start hugging me, taking pictures and taking chawa and showering with me so much immense love to me. And I couldn't even believe it. My whole life, I've never experienced that in Nepal. And the most incredible thing is, I accidentally bumped into one old lady. She was from Upper Mustang in that part of Nepal. I said, Amla, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. And then she looked at me and she said, where are you from? I said, I'm Khamba. My father is Khamba. And she said, Khamba? Oh, okay. There are good Khamba and there are bad Khamba. And then she looked at me jokingly and said, I think you are the good one, no? And then I just stood there like that, just let her speak. And then the most incredible thing, me having this heartbreak of being uneducated and illiterate feeling, suddenly she looked at me and she was stroking my face like that. And then she said, son, you know what? Inner wisdom is far more greater and brilliant than educated wisdom. Your eyes say you have inner wisdom. Never forget that. Okay. And then she saying that to me and touching me, I just burst into tears. I couldn't believe it, you know. I didn't want the old lady to see me. So I said, Amla, sorry, thank you. And I ran. I had to wipe my eyes. I could not believe it. And I'll be very honest today. I'm an adult, but you know, I still shiver body when people tell me, you have done good, you're really good, great. When people say something positive to me, I can't accept it because I'm not used to it, you know. I'm not lying. I'm so used to being bullied and being told so many nasty things. I can accept that, but I cannot accept positive words. I still feel very uncomfortable, you know. It's a trauma with me. But at the end of the day, I want to just say one thing, you know, and I made it very clear on my Facebook page. Whatever they have said and done to me, I will never say one word back to them. I will never betray them. I will still keep my thamsik. This is who I am. And that's why I call myself I am my father's son. You know, that is my quality. At the end of the day, you know, if I be very honest, the sad story is, there were times, you know, because I was told so many times by people, you are a monster, you are terrible, you are a disgrace, you should kill yourself, all that. And being told that so many times, I told myself, if I'm people think I'm a monster, then a monster should be eliminated, you know. So I start writing back to people saying, please, I'm staying in this room. I am here. I'm alone. I'm completely unarmed. Come and kill me, you know. I'm not going to stop you. I'll be happy if you kill me, because if you believe I'm a monster, please do it. Because if I'm dead, in the history, there are stories of slaying monsters. You slay me, someone better will come and take over. I was begging people to kill me. Have you heard somebody say that? No. This is who I am. This is my quality, you know. I beg people, kill me, please, you know. If you think I'm a monster, I'm a child rapist, I'm a predator, kill me. Kuche. I will put my head like this, cut it off, you know. I won't stop you. But you see, something incredible happened in my life, you know. I attempted to take my own life, commit suicide 10 times. Every 10 times, I could not do it. Something somehow stopped me. There was one incident that happened to me in Sri Lanka. I was staying just outskirts of Colombo city. And one night I wrote a long letter, goodbye letter. I prepared myself and I said, tonight is midnight. There was a train station. Every night there was an internal train that goes around the whole nation. I know the station. I said, I'm going to go there. I'm going to lay down and let the train just crush me. That's it. Goodbye. And I told myself, I'm so sorry to my mother. I'm so sorry to my family. And I'm so sorry to all my friends who love me. I failed you, but I wish somebody better will come on my place. Ani Beuchin, I made my peace and I was not fearful of death. I laid on the train. I could hear in my ear and feel the vibration of the train. It was coming, you know. It was like, it was making that sound coming, you know. Out of nowhere, this tall American tourist, completely drunk, drinking beer and like shouting and screaming. And he looked at me, he said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He grabbed me, he pulled me out, and he kind of slapped me on my head. He said, "What are you doing, being a loser?" And he looked at me, he said, "You know what? Good guys always have to suffer. Bad guys know how to get away. If you're suffering, it means you're good. Boy, get your life straight. Go back." And he pushed me. I was in a kind of a dreamlike world, and I felt like, okay, that's it. I want to live. I want to live, you know. And I told my mother, I said, "I'm so sorry, you know, I failed you." And, you know, and I want to also say one thing, you know. In my life, I'm not a monk. I'm never a monk. And now I made it clear. I don't wear robes. I have long hair and earrings, whatever. And I have had relationship before. I must say only one word. I am very lucky that girls have, accepted me as a boyfriend. But I failed very badly as boyfriend. And I must say I take full responsibility, accountability for it. I am not going to be a loser and say I was so great and the women were bad. No, I would say I was the failure, and I will bow and say I'm so sorry, you know. But I will say thank you for loving me, allowing me to love you back, and you know, giving me a chance to understand what is a relationship, what is a companionship, what is love. You know, I'm very grateful. I have learned many lessons in my life, and it was very important. It was an eye-opener, you know. And at the end of the day, right now, you know, I must tell myself, I don't know what I did, but I'm very lucky. I'm so lucky. I don't know what I did really. The other day I was in Thimphu, the Gonzo shooting. So many people came hugging me, touching me, saying, "Can we take a picture? Can we take a picture?" I was in Changyou Park. Can we take? I said, "Please come. I don't care. Just do it, you know." I said, "I'm here for you. I'm not a bear. I'm not a tiger. I'm not going to eat you. Just come. I'm a human being, you know." And you know what I tell you? What is the most joy in my heart when fathers and mothers bring their daughters and sons and say, "Please, can we take a picture?" And when they allow and give me permission to at least hold or hug their children, do you know how much I cry afterwards? I go to my room and I cry. And I tell myself, I don't know what I did. I'm so lucky, you know. I'm a lucky man. That's what I tell myself, you know. It's just such a blessing in my heart, you know, a true blessing. I always tell people, blessing is not power. Blessing is when you feel it in your heart, that warmth, that safety, that unjudging, unwavering love and compassion. That is blessing. That is the hardcore blessing, you know, that we need. We need this so much in this world, you know. In Bhutan, we need it so much. I am all with you. You're all with me. And I want to say one more thing. Without the Jigtenpa, we will be dead by tomorrow. The Jigtenpas are supporting us with medicine, with love, with care, with shelter, with food, with coffee, with water, with place to sit, with clothes. So you're going to tell Jigtenpa, "Oh, you go away, you go away. We are so big up there." Okay, you'll be naked on the mountain there. Tomorrow you'll be eaten by a bear. So what? The great Mahasiddhas of India were roaming around with people and enjoying their time, talking, teaching. That's what I want to do. I'm not trying to imitate people. I don't copy people. But it inspires me, you know, like the Americans like to say, it gives me butterflies in my stomach, you know. So Anibenetik, that's what I find attractive. For me, that is attractive. Integrity, innocent heart, good heart, genuineness, heartfelt wisdom is attractive. It's the crisp of life, I must say. And it is so tantalizing to my eyes and to my heart, you know. And I always aspire to better myself, you know, better myself as much as I can. And I add one more addition. As you know, and the whole world knows, I have received so much accusation and very nasty backstabbing, whatever. I told myself, if you hate me, let me do you a favor. Let me come to you. If you want to do something, hallelujah, do it to me, you know. And I went there alone, wearing a chuba. You know what I did? I didn't do this. I did this. And I said, look here, my chest is here. You want to kill me? Here you go. I'm right here for you. Do whatever you want. Complete opposite happened. All the monks and lamas were running to me and hugging me and saying, we love you. We love you so much. We miss you, say. And I said, I miss you too. I'm not gay, but I love you, you know. And I went to the temple. I was offering money. I was offering money to the lamas. Have lunch, enjoy, be happy, live life fully. Be a good practitioner, okay? Take care of your parents. You know, be harmonious. I went 2 times. Both times I was showered with love. Even some of the Khenpos, the high rank Khenpos, who I know very well, who I have helped them when they need me, but who have betrayed me in the worst case possible, and were still saying bad things and doing bad things to me. I saw them with my eyes, and you know what I did? I said, Khenpola, Tashidele, how are you? How is your family? Take care, okay? Mekuncho always bless you. Then I walk away peacefully. I'm not doing this. I'm like this. And I'm like this, you know. Sometimes, you know, I love what, I'm not a Christian, but I love what Jesus said. May all shall be forgiven. May all shall be forgiven in the eyes of the truth. That's it. That is a man, you know. Sometime in Bhutan, in Tibet, we have this kind of like a ridiculous saying. Men always like to show off to each other by saying, if you're Pao, you need to be able to fight people. You need to have money and a fancy car. You need to have many, many girlfriends. Aniti, you are very Pao. No. That is the biggest loser. Real Pao is no enemy, inner wisdom, inner compassion, always humble, never changing, always transparent, always have integrity and humility. That is a Pao. Speak when you need to speak. Keep quiet when you need to keep quiet. Stand when you need to stand. Protect the innocent. Do what is right. And most importantly, be completely yourself and live life to the fullest. And remember, every day, bring with you love. Love is beautiful. Love doesn't mean that you have to love someone. No, just genuine love. Spread it. Spread it everywhere you can, because we desperately need it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My goodness. Kyabje Rinpoche, that was quite powerful. Rinpoche, I just wanted to ask you, based on Rinpoche's story, what do Rinpoche think all these experiences taught you? Like, because I noticed that Kyabje Rinpoche kept mentioning be grateful and love life and all that. But when somebody is actually really struggling at the rock bottom, it's very difficult to be grateful.
Yes. And
what has all these experiences taught Rinpoche? And why do you think it happened? Like, why did such a great spiritual master like Kyabje Rinpoche yourself have to go through that?
It happened.
Yes.
I had to take the task. And to be really honest with you, Bamla, from my heart to your heart, my word is, we shall never give up. We shall never give up. Because at the end of the day, you have such special people in your life. In your case, lovely husband, devoted and loyal husband, lovely 3 children. And I'm sure you have wonderful family members, wonderful true friends. Look at their faces and look at their smiles. Amazing. And how many people, through watching your videos, Some you don't even know, but they genuinely admire you. They genuinely love you. They genuinely support you. Look at their smiles. Hear their honest and kind words. For me, the best thing that helped me was two things. I told myself, am I going to be a loser or am I going to be victorious? I told myself, I will be victorious. I will fight to the death, I won't let anything to bash me down. I will always win. And to be honest with you, Pamela, through my journey, and I feel like whatever happened to me, it happened because, as you know, everything is unpredictable. People are people. Human beings are human beings. It was a great lesson. I'm very grateful for whatever happened to me. I mean, it was hell. It was true hell. But you look at me now. I didn't turn out to become a monster. Instead, or I did not fight back to them. I did not become bitter and fight back. No, I did something even greater. I just look at them and say, I forgive you. I forgive you. I learned my lesson. I will keep my safe distance. That's it. Just like that, Pamela. I won't know what you're going through. I cannot fathom it. But I can give you a heartfelt wish. And a word is, you know your strength. You know your value. You must always have three things. Your integrity, your honor, and your heart. Mush.
Thank you, La. My question would be, I am sure Kyabje Rinpoche keeps getting asked this question, and this has become one of the highlight questions every time we speak to any Buddhist spiritual leaders, spiritual teachers, I mean. It's about karma and free will. Rinpoche said, like that man who saved you from the railway tracks and pulled you out, and he said, good people suffer and bad people are just enjoying their life. Why does that happen, La? Like if karma is all cause and effect, and you keep doing good and you always be like very genuine and you give all your love and kindness to everyone, but you keep getting hit left, right, and center, won't it in a way discourage people like us? Be like, okay, if you are a good person, you get hit by a lot of suffering, so might as well be the bad person, La.
Yes.
So around those lines, if Rinpoche could kindly explain.
Oh yes, I understand fully. Yes, you are right, Pamela. In one point, it looks like that. Mush. But you know very well, our society and the reality of our society is we live in a world that is so unfair. There is no such thing as fairness. There's no such thing as equanimity, equalness. No, it does not exist because human beings destroyed it.
Yes.
And human beings are still destroying it. And the most saddest part is, it's a harsh reality. Good people will always suffer. Bad people will always enjoy making others suffer. It is a reality. Now, if you ask yourself, why isn't karma working? Karma will work, but karma is not in our hands. Karma is the law-abiding rule put there by nature. No one else but it's done by nature. We do not know when karma will come, but karma will ripen. When it's the time, it will ripen. And I'll tell you one story. Say like you wanted your sons to learn of economic and business. Would you rather send them to a rich billionaire and get hands over money and be like, oh, rich? Or you want them to be experience life, hardship, and then from their experience, learn from good patrons and guidance to learn how it is to be financially successful. Mush. Say you want your son to be an animal doctor. Would you just say, oh, you just live in the home, safe, I bring some animal, you take care of them, and that's enough for you? Or you send him and he goes to the wild and many animal sanctuaries around the world, live amongst animals, clean the animal poop and all that, learn about animal habits and all of this, and feed them. And through that experience and guidance of proper people, become a proper animal doctor. Or let's say you want your son to learn art like you. You are a talented artist because you did it from your heart, not because you learned it from a artist or whatever. Ani Benedigi, just look at that example as a personal example. If you want your son to be an artist, you won't just like send him to the best art school, the most expensive art schools, and make him learn. No. You will tell him, first start with the basics. Get used to it. Use your hands and finger. Understand that you and the art is the one. Express whatever you have in your heart in the paper. Then you will do brilliantly. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. There's no such thing as a bad or good artist. It's only an artist or a not an artist. Ani Benedige. Express it out. And from there, your son can choose to be a certain kind of artist, this kind of artist, or Asian style, or Western style, or whatever. No. That's the brilliance of it. So, my answer to you is, it's a reality. It's a reality checkup for everyone. It's not in our hands, but karma definitely does. Like, I love the saying in America, what goes around, comes around. It's so true. It's unavoidable.
Yes. Thank you. Now, again, a very simple question, a very simple and a naive question, I would say. Kyabje Rinpoche, I've always been confused. Like, we see so many of, Rinpoches, like Tikus and all that, who can kind of get married and start families. And then there's also another group like who chooses the life of celibacy. Why the difference? I could never really understand that. When the destination is the same,
Yes.
when the path is the same, why is it that some can get married, start families, and some will have to be celibate?
Okay, so there are two matters. Some ancient traditions, like if you look at the Sachapas have this ancient tradition of one brother should marry and one brother should keep a celibate. It is for one to keep the lineage and one to keep the lineage of the bloodline and a lineage of the sacred lineage of the Vinaya vow tradition.
Yes.
Okay, so this certain have this, but general, if you really ask me, I can't say the true answer now because it's a little bit naughty.
Oh.
But I mean, so the true answer is human beings. We have sexual desire. I have sexual desire. I admit it. I'm not proud of it, of course, but I admit it. Many lamas and rinpoches, sadly and unfortunately, the truth is, they really make a lot of excuses. You like is a woman? Be honest. I like a woman. I'm being honest. Don't kill me for it. I'm a human after all. So, Ani Benedigi, it's just a personal choice. But I think it's very important for people to be careful and aware of what they're doing and saying, their code of conduct. If you marry, just be honest. I fell in love with her and I choose to marry her. Certain times, great masters will tell their students, oh, you should marry this particular wife, you will be a good match, and like that. Like, for example, I can give you one example of my father. My father didn't really have the, thoughts of marrying or whatever. He was more focused on his own practice. But my predecessor, Kyabje Dilgo Khyentse, had advised my father and my mother that both of you are a good match, both of you should marry. So he also did the marriage ceremony for both my parents. So rare occasions like that happen, but generally, I don't think so. And I, be honest, I would prefer lamas and everyone, and lamas and monks and khenpos and monastery people to be honest about it.
Yes.
And don't make a big fuss about it. And I think most importantly, when you practice the Dharma, there are many people who don't want to face reality and who like to say, oh, now I have given up everything. I'm going for retreat. I'm becoming a yogi. Please don't do that. You know, if your wife said to you, you're too boring of a man, I will go to retreat. Will you be like, oh, let's go? No, of course not. You will fight and argue, no?
Yes.
How can you be so unfair and dishonorable and say to your wife and children, bye-bye, I'm going, say. No. Practice together. If you want to be a yogi, discuss this with your wife for a very long time. Why did you even marry? Why did you even plan to have children? And then abandon them like that and say, oh, I'm such a yogi. Oh, this is not a yogi. That's not a yogi. That is a heartless act. Heartless act of disrespect to your family and to your wife, of course, you know. So, this is something I think is so horrible, so to speak. I think as a practitioner, we must always have the symbiotic respect and communication and understanding with each other, especially with your family, if you have one, and with your partners, you know, respectfully. To answer one question of yours, the end result, there is no end result for Buddhism. It's just a process for us. We don't chase after anything. We just go with the path of the process. How long it takes, it doesn't matter, but we just focus on the process of improvement, deepening in our inner wisdom, recognizing our mind and remaining in that aware and present moment and becoming a better human being, so to speak. So that's the point. And to be honest with you, myself, you know, let's say later on, if I fall in love with a girl, I'll just be honest to the public. I fell in love. Don't be mad at me. I'm a human being. That's it. Hallelujah. End of story, you know. I'm not saying it's a kandoma and that kandoma. I don't see women flying over the sky, you know. Yes.
Thank you, Kyabje Rinpoche. Well, we're just reaching towards the last part of the conversation.
Yes.
I would like to, now this is again my own confusion. This morning I was just thinking about it. Like, in our Buddhism, we keep saying like don't have desires and don't have attachment and don't be too attached and all of that. And to the point that we've always also been told that, oh, if you're somebody who's making a lot of money, then you must be evil, kind of a thing. So Anizumgi, this kind of a notion is kind of going around him. Like if you're making a lot of money, oh, then you must be doing something and you're not chosim and all that. Now that being said, because in obviously in Buddhism we talk about non-attachment and all that. Why do we then have like, okay, if you want a lot of good luck in your life, you pray to Phamajusundama, or you want a lot of money, you pray to Zambala. Say, why that difference, lah? Like in one way, we are being told that, oh, you should not have this, you should not have desires, you should not have attachment. Whereas there's another part which says, oh, if you want this, you pray to Dim and all that. I might be like a very stupid question, but this
No. I've been wanting to talk about this.
Yes.
So I tell you one thing. It's a complete rubbish. Complete rubbish. You know why? First of all, if any of us Buddhists utilize and use Tara and those enlightened deities for our mundane, messy greed, to fulfill our greed and desire and attachment and our small wanting and likes, we are so stupid and dishonoring and devaluing the enlightened beings. They're there to inspire us to let go of it.
Yes.
And be out of the samsara. We should not be using them for this. But you're right. I've heard many lam chops using it, but they use it for getting money for themselves, you know. They want to get money, so the excuse is, oh, lam kaze Dwemsani and Zambala and whatever, these things, Lama Nola and whatever, and so they can profit from that.
Yes.
To be honest with you, it is not a crime. Let's say you have a friend of yours, and you are very, 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 very poor. She's very, 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 very rich. So what? Who cares? That's life, that's reality. Hallelujah to you. Hallelujah to you. Who cares? So what? What big deal? It's not a crime. You hard to work, you become rich. You're living, you're sacrificing all of this rich life. You want to live in your village, take care of your farm and animal, and get your hands dirty and work with the field and take care of your parents. Good for you. That's it. That is the backbone of our society, our culture, our tradition. If the villagers, we say in Nepali, gaon ko manchi, if the villagers in gaon ko manchi weren't there, how are we even supposed to eat? Thank you for them. We can eat. And I want to say one more thing, and I know many people in Bhutan will be so angry with me, but I'm going to say it. Thank you to the butchers also. We can eat meat. I'll be honest, I mean, come on, come on. Can we take a look at your kitchen? You are like, tuk, yaksha, paksha, yasha. Come on, stop your meat. Be the living example. Stop forcing people. One thing, one day what I like to do, I want to bring a camera and with what do you call that? Mic. And just before the Sagadawa, I want to visit all the homes in Thimphu and Paro and visit people's storage room. Hello, everybody. Are you vegetarian? Are you vegetarian? They'll be like, no. Shut
Stock up on the meat, yes.
I think, I'm sure they must be like their hands. I'm sure they have such muscles during bulky muscles during just before the Sagadawa, because they are like chop. sell, man. And all the aunties and uncles are like, Wai jinda, nya yoga, paksha yoga, fresh yoga.
Yes, yeah.
But in front of the TV, oh, manzaguru pe mao se de ho. Oh
my God.
Oh my God, what a rubbish. What a lie. Who are you lying? Wake up. This is not Buddha Dharma. Don't be contradictory. This is very important. Don't be contradictory. I must say, a couple of years ago, I had this wonderful group of people who visited me, and they had this initiative called Changsem Mandese.
Yes, yes.
I know this lady who was, I forgot her name now, but I know her and her family very well. And I used to support them very much because I said that their initiative is wonderful, it's genuine, and to be honest with you, I'll tell you one more thing to answer your question is, if people, however the people ki lifestyle, I've seen sometime in Thimphu, when I walk around, like when I got all these problems thrown at me, I lost everything. I lost all my like physical aspect or wealth or whatever you call it. I lost it all, But I'm happy because I'm rich in my heart. But physically ki chaladi, I lost it all. So sometimes when I walk around, I've seen some talk shows and their sons and daughters like with the Range Rover and with the Mercedes and boom boom tang bijome. But I don't blame them. It's a life, good for you, whatever. Your cup of tea, not mine. Whatever, So it's not a crime. It's never a crime. It's never a crime. Whatever your lifestyle is your choice. Don't be contradictory. Oh, I want to say one more thing. I want to be also grateful, to one segment of people in our society. In our Nepali, because I grew up in Nepali, so we know this. In Tibetan, we have, in Bhutan, we have this. We consider the race of the kami. We call them the kamis,
Oh, yes.
the metalsmith. Barely roaring. In Nepal, it's so shocking. If you go to the village, when the villagers, they're marrying their daughter's son, they will call the village kami. They make them sit outside. They will bring a separate bowl, cup, and a cooking pot and make them eat. And then they'll tell them, now work. They really treat them like as if they're like a vermin or a cockroach. I find it funny. I want to prostration to the blacksmith. Thanks to you, we can wear jewelry. We can have all these wonderful things. Thanks to you, we have beautiful statues, beautiful artwork, such grand in history, Gandhara, Pala, Lichavi, such beauty, and Afghani and Persian, beautiful artifacts these blacksmiths did. Thank you. Respect. Salutation to you. You are not here. You're here, Never look down. I always say one thing. I have a motto. Never look up to people. Never look down on people. Look eye to eye. And I want to add one more thing so people who are watching your show can hear me say this. What you're doing nowadays in Bhutan is a very wrong thing. People nowadays do this new trend. Before, I don't remember. Now this new trend is when they ask for names, they ask for 4 or 5 Lama name, then for their kids, for their baby, and they cut name and join. You are dishonoring the name. If you have a name from someone, just keep it as it is. Using or no using is up to your decision. But don't cut and think, because this is not your game or enjoyment. A Lama gave it from their trust. For example, like me, I have one name from His Holiness, I have one name from my grandfather, and I have one name given by my late father. I keep all of them separately, and I will use them in certain important times of practice or empowerments, and I honor the name. And Benedict, please honor your name. Don't cut and join, because this is terrible, this is disgusting, and this is dishonoring. And one last thing I want to say, for all the fellow Bhutanese, as a lesson for you all, please remember one thing. I've heard this multiple times in Bhutan. People also say this to me also. Bhutanese people have this ingrained mentality that when you're doing something wrong, they never say, I want to reflect on myself, I want to improve. Forgive me, I'm so sorry. No, they don't have that word sorry. What they have is opposite. Their word is very selfish. Their word is gomteo mare, gomteo. So you're only thinking about your feeling. You don't think about your mistakes. You think you're Buddha? You think you're Dakini? Absolutely not. You are making a lot of mistakes. You are messing so many up. It's time for you to reflect. So rather saying gomtene, you should say, I am failing. I am sorry, I am failing you. I will improve. Forgive me. I will never let you down. I say this, I tell people, I will not fail you. I will never let you down. Forgive me for my mistakes. Bear with me. Give me a chance to make it up for you. That's what I say. I am the ulta, me. Gomteo. You're being selfish. You're so selfish, and you're more selfish. Now you're jumping more deeply in samsara. Are you want to getting out of samsara, or you want to go deep in samsara? Please wake up. Don't make the same mistake. Don't make the same mistake. It's very important.
Thank you, La. Thank you. Actually, that was going to be my second last question, La. My second last question is, does Kyabje Rinpoche think that somewhere along the line, Rinpoche has made some mistakes, and have you been able to kind of come to terms with it? And also, forgiveness, La. How important, or how in Buddhism, Nalu, is there like a thing that we must forgive? If somebody is really made a mistake, like human being, forgiveness, is it there, La?
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Yes, I always wanted to talk. Of course, I make a mistake. Like in my life, when I was young, sometimes I've said hurtful things to people I didn't mean. Or in my relationship, I have failed and cheated on my partner. Of course, I make a mistake. But I am not going to pretend like I'm perfect. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, forgive me. I want to improve. And I have. I assure everyone I have improved. I am a changed man. Here I am, I'm not hiding it. And okay, forgiveness. Forgiveness is the right step to healing. It's not just Buddhism. It's being a human being. I forgave the people who have done wrong to me. I have forgiven them, but I will never forget. And I will stay far away from them. My safe distance, Ani Benedict, this is my consciousness. This is my awareness. And I tell you one thing, the more grudge you have, the more it will destroy you. If you forgive, you know that is the healing. And one more thing I want to answer your question is, attachment we all have. I have attachment, I love a good Brazilian or Ethiopian coffee. I like a good quality clothes. There are many things I like. I like antiques. I like a beautiful horse. I like animals. There are many things I like. I confess, I'm so sorry. But I'm working on it, I don't want to be stuck and like this, clenching on things or too attached. I want to let go slowly. So it loosens the weight on my shoulders, and I want to be more free. I want to be like a bird. So it's an individual choice. If you want to be more free, then loosen this. It will happen. You will learn, naturally you will learn it, how to let go, how to be slowly less and less attachment. You don't need to do it right away. Just slowly, step by step. Of course. And it's not a crime. It's nothing bad or good. It's just a natural thing. We're human beings. We have attachment. It's understandable. But learn that the more you clench and you grasp and you're too attached, brings more suffering to you and suffering to the loved ones there. Anichamchi.
Lasla, thank you. Thank you so much. My God, my heart is so full talking to Kyabje Rinpoche. My final question is, it's actually very deeply personal. And again, it's like from what I always wonder, like when we talk about reincarnation, and because I'm unaware and ignorant and all that, when we talk about reincarnation, now Kyabje Rinpoche is the reincarnation of Kyabje Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, one of the biggest, most respected, most loved spiritual gurus in our times. What does Rinpoche think the world needs right now if you have to connect to the teachings of Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche? What do you think that the world really, really needs, the essence of Kyabje Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche's teachings?
To be really honest with you, I never focus on the world. I'm not here to save the world or save the planet or save the people, but I'm here to do what is right. And I only believe one thing for everyone: do the right thing.
Yes.
Let's put aside Kyabje Dilgo Khyentse, all that, but just do the right thing. Listen to your heart. Do the right thing. Be honorable. Have dignity. Have integrity. Listen to your heart. Always be genuine. Always do the right thing. Never let your devil inside of you take over. Never do that. It's all in your hands. Never let ego take over you. Never let greed take over you. Always be transparent. Always have humility and humbleness. Always be unchanging. These qualities are priceless. When people say, I've heard people say, oh, I'm not a spiritual person, but I have good heart. It must be a joke for you to say that, because to be a genuine human being, it takes a lifetime. It takes a lifetime. Whatever I'm saying is, it's a lifetime process. So do your best. I support you. I love you. Do your best. I'm also going on the same journey as you are. Let's go together, in hand. This is it, That is the way this is the old style, it's not a new style. It's the old way. It's the ancient way. And how beautiful the ancient, Ancient have such a beauty. I always say I honor the ancient. I am reviving the old style, And finally, I have a courage to say this to all my fellow Bhutanese friends. May I say one word? When you come to greet me, wherever I am, when you come to say hello or chawa shushe, don't do this, I'm not an animal. I'm not going to eat you. I'm not a bear or tiger. I'm a human being. Look at my eyes. Eyes have a way of talking. The eyes have a story to tell. Eyes is brilliant and tantalizing. Look at my eyes and say hello. And I will say, how are you? So beautiful, full of love. That is not a crime, So that is what I want to share to everyone. And I want to say one thing, I have so much, and I want to tell everyone one thing, please. whatever I'm saying, I'm just being honest and I'm really trying my best to be better, so please bear with me. I'm sorry and forgive me if I'm bad or wrong or whatever, but please understand one thing. Before you point the finger and judge me, know who I am, understand me fully, then you make your judgments. And one thing I want to say is, me saying all of this and exposing myself and being very vulnerable out here like this, it doesn't give me anything. I don't get $1 million or I don't get a building in Thimphu or 25 cars or whatever. I get nothing out of it. But I only get one thing. I remain as victorious as possible, and I have my integrity, my honor, and my values and humility. Ani Benedict, I will always be the winning person here. And I want to say one more thing. My 100% Lu Nga Yisum, body, speech, and mind, loyalty for the people in Bhutan. All the people, not just at the Thimphu, Paro, Bumtang. No. The people further away in the village, in all the mountain up there, My loyalty is with you. I have full loyalty with you. I have never betrayed you and never will betray you. Please remember that. Yes, you all know. My parents, I'm a Tibetan. I'm Tibetan in my heart, a Khampa in my spirit, a warrior, But I have lived in this nation. I've eaten in this nation. I have wonderful friends in this nation. Please remember my loyalty also. 100% loyalty. This is not a lie. This is not a politic. This is the raw truth. Just wanted to share. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche. Now, finally, one last thing, I'm so sorry. Rinpoche, if I may request your precious grace, and if Rinpoche could kindly recite a prayer for all of us here, for me, for the viewers, to live our life more mindfully, to have peace and love in our heart, and to be blessed abundantly, or whatever Rinpoche thinks is appropriate. Whatever Rinpoche thinks, whatever prayer Rinpoche thinks would benefit us.
Okay, as you wish. Then la me namba tarba la kijik zaya lo ta me je ji jinze le gwa to yin mu gu ji. La me chen la sen lan jok pa sho. Tu zum san je ngoro rumbo je ngoro gondan de wa chen bo ja pa je ko sa den do ta po so wa ndu so sen je la tu so na sa me pa ji. Samba lun jen ro ba sen je lo che so ro ba jen je Che lam do long ba chen je lo lam tro ba za wa chen je Truna ye she so ja wa chen je lo chi se nam kwa ne jo ba do wa chi se ne jo Ti se da ne jo be do we do nga sel wa sho
Thank you so much, Kyabje Rinpoche, for your profound wisdom, your presence, and your timeless teachings. It's a truly, I think, the most blessed day for me. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. To all those tuning in to this episode of Let's Get Real, thank you for joining us. I hope Rinpoche's teachings brings peace to your mind and acts as a daily guide in your everyday lives. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the owners and the management of Yangtsi HCL for allowing me to use this beautiful space, and a special shout out to Studio IOX for helping me with the camera works and the technicalities. Until then, live mindfully, have love in your heart, and always keep it real. Namsami Kadiche, and thank you.